Just one bird. I don't know. I say that there's nobody I just, it irks me. Yeah, I don't know why, why me, why, what was the purpose of me going through all of these things? Outside of the aspects of my better judgment and I always say hearing people manifest or outside of my better judgment and my better understanding, just to put it in a plain sense where even a child can could understand how I feel, right? Outside of all the semantics and the aspects of how you can flex your intelligence muscles or whatever, you know, why me? Why they have to go through 25 years feeling remorse, guilt, feeling isolated, feeling feeling shame, feeling feeling all forms of horrible feelings, you know, uh, just mental, physical, and emotional. To is hard to differentiate the two or the three. My body, it's hard to differentiate the pain from when it's emotional, physical. I mean, it's all feel the same, all feels the same, and it just don't go away. It just get worse, and already exasperate how much I cannot take it anymore. You know, in majority of my life, or whatever you want to call this, my dissertation. I like that word, dissertation. Make it sound smart. Say, God, people rarely say that word. You know, dissertation. You know, I don't know what else to do. You know, some people would tell me to feel grateful for the little things. You know, but I don't live in a reality where it's conducive for those kind of thinking. You know, I live in a world where people are in a society where greed, corruption, and jealousy or envy are the priority. And, you know, those things are the priority. You know, I mean, you can't, there's nothing, no humbleness, no, all of them shit there that the Buddhists are. I mean, all of those things don't mean nothing to anybody. Yeah, it's just like you're just setting up yourself to be a pre to people. You're just setting yourself up. All those mentality, turn the left cheek, all those things is just you're setting yourself to become a victim. You know, I mean, it don't really work. Nobody really see it as anything. Nobody will say, "Oh, this youth is amazing," or you know, he really, you know, nobody not valuing all they see me as a joke, as a clown, or you know, as a fool, or something wrong with it, or you know, anything in the narrative that possibly going right you off, you know, then then they don't really care. They don't really care because you know, being a big black man as I'm being labeled, you know, 'cause that black term, it does feel like it's only with me is only play in a I don't know, never yet. It's always flip floppy. I'm only black when they need it, when they need some negative to tie to me, or you know, for sully me, or definitely my character, or you know, shit like that. These cliches, I don't even think they're cliches anymore, niches. I think it's just some some shit that does that somebody, some fucked up person that's made up in their fucked up head. God, it don't follow no nothing stereotype or no profile of anything. It's not consistent when people when I've been, you know, and when I'm being whatever profile or malign, these stigmatism don't even follow anything. And what I begin to realize it can't. Because from, you know, I come from a upper class bringing, right? People notice that, right? So what I notice is people just trying find any means possible to just bring me down. And I will never get the support or back it if I come to understand that, you know, I'm not going to get no nurture, you know, nobody going to be patient. You know, I don't know. I've said it many times, multitude of times I've come on the internet and proclaim to wanting to kill myself and this gonna be the last live ever. And, you know, I kinda getting tired of that too. You know, I've the only reason why I hadn't done anything, 'cause there was hope, but the hope was a little light. You barely even could see it, you know. Now held on to that light, and people shut it off. Them same monsters here just come block it out. So the same monsters them will sit down and people like Bill Gates, right? Bill Gates and chat about Bill Gates propose that he's white. This man is a man. This man never done nothing to this motherfucker yet, This man, and I tell you about how these people, this is why I don't follow no pro-black, nothing no more. These people are monsters. They don't believe in no human rights or nothing. You see me? All that pro-black shit, all that Black Lives Matter shit, it is really bull BS. Because these same people who proclaim to have your welfare in their interests don't really have your welfare. You better fare well. If you even, cause they're not playing fear. They don't deal with nothing with fear. The only thing they want to do is make you live in fear. Live in fear. You know. I don't believe in these pro-black nothing. I was misguided when I was younger. I never fully take it on, but I did feel like, to be honest, I did feel like I had a rage towards or have some form of a grievances with white people. You know, all white people, and all white people never done anything yet. So it's just a weird thing, like you just wake up from, like some kind of fever dream, like you say, what the fuck? This don't make no sense. All the people who are hurting me relentlessly are black, and I'm pointing my finger, all my rage when they're making it so obvious and being so cynical and vindictive with it, right? And I hear thinking my being or my problem is white people, and I live in a predominantly black country. How is that? How I come to that conclusion? I don't know. But I had experienced racism, but I have not experienced, I only experienced racism and discrimination at a mediocre level from white people, where compare that to what I have experienced from black people is is incomprehensible how much of a spectacle that is. It never really even hurt my feelings. When you look upon it, you never really hurt my feelings. I didn't even know what the word nigger even meant at the time, 'cause I was so extremely young. It's just the tone of the other student, the white student, the white boy who said it to me. And, you know, he kind of punked me out. And I was really kind of frustrated. I never liked that him punk me out with a female. Like, he called me and another um melanated woman, melanated girl, niggers. And he said a whole heap of perverted stuff behind that. But yeah, we know he wasn't gonna do that shit. Yeah, he's not. You know, it's just in the same shit. You know, uh, it kinda emotional. He never really emotional. He never really do nothing 'cause I didn't really care. I just was terrified of the consequences of, acting out or reacting, you know, reacting because he had made threats too. I never did this boy anything. I never see him before. I never really did him anything. But I don't know. I don't know. You know. But there was moments where I had experience. I'm not going to lie. Although I have a tendency to do that, right? Like when I don't agree with people. I because I marginalize the bad aspects of them, especially if the bad aspects of them outweigh the good. I don't even look at the good because I think the good is an illusion. But this guy had no motives. I don't know why he would have motives to try and manipulate me or try to hook me in on some kind of shit. 'Cause to me, we both went to a prep school, and by the economical standards, my family was not doing better than us, right? So, and plus he's white. He had everything already. He's white in a predominantly black country going to a prep school. He, him have everything. Him have everything set up for him already. So, there was no reason why even establish any form of communication with, because it's not even me approach this guy. You know. So there was, I'm not saying there's good qualities about him or anything like that. I don't know why anybody would tolerate his attitude, but always have some kind of reason for marginalize negative aspects of me. But so life go. The black man get the shit while the white man get all them gold and pearl and diamond. You see me? For acting like an asshole. And then you come, you try be yourself, them telling you say you is not good enough. Also, everybody's a critic now. Everybody's a fucking critic now. You see me? So it's all cool. It's all cool. You know. But he had loaned me one of his handheld console one time, couple times, a multitude of times we could have relate because we had watched the same shows and had the same interests. It's just that he was an asshole, and I wasn't no bootlicking. I wasn't no bootlicker, so I wasn't really fancying to, especially after him punked me out. I wasn't going to hack up on it. I wasn't even going to pretend like there was a problem. I don't want to get in any. I heard stuff about, he's maybe misguided things I watch on TV and never understood that this never have anything to really do with my culture, you know. But I thought he would lynch me. I never knew the word lynch, but I understood the concept. I was being lynched and doing all these things at my own home. I was being abused at my own home. You see me? So if all these people are already doing, imagine to me as a child, imagining white people getting into, I thought it would have been worse. But I'm here to stand corrected now. You know, in reality, I would have preferred if I had a choice between being discriminated or being lynched or whatever you want to call it, being systematically oppressed by black people or white people, or if you want to say the black people is Jamaican people or make it exclusively to Jamaican people. Cause the reason why I use black people, cause the ones them abroad like to play gatekeeper and is inconsistent for call them Jamaican, cause some of them don't even identify as Jamaican. You know, all those majority of the dirty ones them do still like to be identified as Jamaican or whatever, or go on with this false pride or whatever. I don't know where this false pride come from, cause it's not like they're building up the country or we share anything or, you know, we don't have no clique like that, it's only the cronyism and corruption. So, I always confused about that. Where this false sense of, I don't know if it's just solely to worship the frog. I don't know. I don't really understand these people. You know, I I really don't. I really don't. I feel my country. I feel this country is backwards. It's not a feeling. I just talking out of resentment, anger, devastation, grief. You know, but like I said, what was I think I went on a tangent. I would say I would go with white people to oppress me because at least white people give you room, give you room to challenge them. Black people don't give you any room to challenge them. Black people, before you even think of anything, they already crossed that off the list for you to even attempt so much as think of doing, right? Black people will beat you. You would have been a black family, right? And they fucking abusing you and they write you off by saying, oh, yeah, I bet you ain't gonna kill me in my sleep, right? And then chastise you about it and basically make you docile. Basically, what they do is the same thing religion, this Christianity thing do. That's maybe the reason why black people so attracted to it, like moths to butterfly, because it's the same tactics that they use on on people that they victimizing is the same thing that Christianity it make you docile, right? It cuts you off before you even think about any form of retaliation or anything. Before you think about even getting up, you don't really have freedom of thought. God, them already have to tell you what and what you cannot do before you can even think of it. And they're doing so much atrocities they don't want you to retaliate, right? white people give room to challenge them. For a white man for make you even have room for even be frustrated about whatever the fuck him doing is so phenomenal to me. It's a phenomenon. I've never been given the room how much I've been emasculated. You know, if you were to come to know me, you see that I'm not only quite a decent guy, but you see like, you can see that I'm clearly emasculated. Like, I don't show, for a big guy, I don't show much my frustrations. You have to take me all the way to the top for me to get pissed. And, you know, sometimes I don't show up. Sometimes I don't, only when it really requires my masculinity is put on the line. That's when I really show up and say, you know what, all right, you're going to get fucking dropped. You see me? It's just so life go. And then these people afterwards, I still being maligned. Anyway you take it, I still lose. And I gain nothing. Under oppression of black people. This might sound like a crazy dissertation, but I don't know people who under the oppression of white people don't know how good they have. Look out on the South Africans, how they were able to beat off the white people and run them from them country. You think black people, if they came and hold down garrison in your country, you could have even get the chance to talk about you thinking to run them? Jano. Because when them people are hold you, it's like a different thing, brother. It's like a total different thing. So, reason genuinely not for this Black Lives Matter, because it feels like it's the opposite from anytime you put the word black in anything, it's just death. And it's like me keep on referring myself as black, but it's just to communicate. So, it's like me I try call down aspects or little aspects of death. I really want to stop use that word to refer myself. But, as a dark skinned man, I'm being hustled or, put in a way where, I put in a rock between a hard place where, I can't, me of all people, can't not apply that word to myself. So I don't get any choice. You notice there is less option. Why I notice for every other race, we have less options. The white man today can get up. Not saying I into this type of shit, but this is just an example to show you. The white man can get up today and say he's a woman or a child and not be discriminated, or nobody feel like that's wrong. And this man is clearly showing signs of mental illness, and they show him respect and decency, to the point where they're treating him. They're not only treating him as if he's a sane person, they're fighting for his rights to be treated as a sane person. To me, that feels offensive. 'Cause I'm being labeled as crazy. Where I've never done nothing crazy in my life before. You know? No, when I ask people that who claim that I'm crazy, I ask them to explain to me in what aspect. What that you've caught me doing that is crazy more than that you people are trying to write me off. I can't get none. Can't get none, not even from the police when I ask the police officer. Right? 'Cause it really had hurt me. I never got no answer. All him tell me some bullshit about is your perspective. I saying, how you know you just broke into my house and pointed guns at me in my fucking sleep, right? And I woke up and the first thing I asked you, yo, where y'all were? And I go on like, who is gunman? And who is criminals? Right? I talk about open up this and this and that, right? Start saying who is really the crazy person. But no, the society not gonna flip the script like that and say, wait, no, these officers are crazy. No, they're not gonna do that. They're just gonna continue victimizing me. Right? And this is the reality of black supremacy. It's very dangerous. More dangerous than white supremacy. Right? That if I was given the opportunity, I would ride with white people just so this shit don't exist. 'Cause I experience it and I don't want to see it again. If I escape from it, I don't want to see it again. You see me, and this is not me just talking. Delirious, 'cause I won't sleep in probably 6 hours or so. It's really tired. I'm not just doing anything to keep myself from, you know. So it's just crazy how things set up, you know. Feel like opposite day for me every day. Feel like hell, you know. Feel like hell. You know, and people claiming that they want to go to this place or prefer heaven over hell. 'Cause hell sound like more fun. Maybe if you're a tourist, but I'm telling you, if you're in hell and you're a local, it's a total different fuckery. Yeah, me tell you that. You see me? You see me? 'Cause I wanna feel like it's a joke thing. And one joke around. When I don't know wanna call down on yourself. You know, when I don't know what hell feel like, when I feel like liquor, stress while not getting alive is anything. Is anything. Imagine the only thing I can describe my suffering to is like being born in prison and trying to figure out how you for survive that while motherfuckers knocking you in the head from when your brain soft, your skull soft and niggas dropping you and knocking you in the head and breaking busting balloon in your ears and all sort of crazy stuff. I don't get no break or no space for myself or no. I never get not a single moment, constantly. This since now, literally, literally is recent. Since I'm been in this house by myself, is the only time I gotten a break, right? After them shoot up or what the police do all the fuck what them a do and come now, you know, that's the only time and you know I I've been left in such a state that is hard. I know, I dealing with loneliness. I dealing with all the aftermath of what these people have done to me, and nothing really changed. Nothing really changed. Matter what, I feel like it changed for the worse. The only reason why y'all never heard from me for so long, right? Probably a month, you know, 'cause I always chill, and the weed like not desensitize me, but it lower my it it kept me it kept me it kept me basic basically. I never have to deal with all these emotions and all them stuff there, all the pain, you know. It was a sedative and then as you see, it's 12. Well, my time is 12. It's after 12. It's like 12:30. It's like 30 minutes till morning. Well, it is morning. 30 minutes until 1 o'clock. You know what? You know why I'm up this late? You know why I'm up this late talking? 'Cause I can't sleep and my mind, it's hard. I was trying to start a class, right? I was trying to start this online class, but I can't even keep my meds just, torn. I can't even manage. I'm trying to force myself. But it's not like when I was 16 or 18 or any of those ages, right? Where I could have forced myself or subject myself. But, 'cause it's hard. I don't know how to describe it, but the pain that I feel. Y'all heard me earlier. The, I couldn't even. I tried to play back. Couldn't even bear to hear myself. 'Cause I could have hear the pain in my voice. I could have feel it, and it's like all of those stuff happening again. You know, but I trying to go this class, but I'm kind of broke right now, and this is the only time I've ever been really broke without weed, without any sedative, sedative. Not, let me not use that term. Sedative drug. No, I smoke marijuana and tobacco to help me with all of this. Not only depression, not only my inability to sleep, you know, it helped me emotionally. It helped me to sedate. It helped, I feel torn. I feel, I had like friggin' 5 mental breakdowns in a day, you know, and these weren't self-induced. These were, I feel very sensitive, and weed, I don't even know. I don't even feel like to go outside anymore. Like I don't feel prepared to go outside, I feel sick. I don't feel like to continue. I don't see the point of anything. And, more disappointment earlier, you know, I thought the other day, I thought Dane Calloway, if you, whoever watching this, whoever might be watching this, is cognizant or aware of Dane Calloway and his platform, I thought he had contacted me. He comment me under one of his comments, right? But I thought he used, like, he has multitude of different pages and stuff like that. You know, I thought he contacted me. It's not that I outing this person. I really don't care. And this just proved to me, say, this all what go on is really not me. It's clearly say, not only am I sound of mind, I have good judgment. Cause from the jump, this is why it took me so long to respond. Right? And I feel like this would I catch anybody or trick anybody. This is how these scammers do it. Right? But he come to me, message me and tell me for calling. Right? I wanted this to be true. Right? But I know my better judgment. Nah, this is probably some scam. Dane Calloway don't have time for this shit. Don't have time like that. But I give it for the benefit of a doubt. I finally had message today 3 days after. Person was talking quite good at first, but you can see some inconsistency. You don't really have to know Dane Calloway to see say there's some inconsistency in what this guy is saying and how his speech pattern, right? It just seems not too good to be true, but not really off. But it's not off putting, but because I psychoanalyze things subconsciously without, I saying, yeah, I don't think Dane Calloway would have come up with that comment right there, or I don't think he would have asked me that, like an example. God, this stupid guy as I watch his channel for. So I tell him 6. I don't know if that was accurate. I think it's more, maybe 7 or 8. Right? Tell him 6. Don't believe. Him just asking me questions like to just maintain a conversation to drop in what he has to drop in later on. Right? It just felt like he's waiting for the right time. Then when he came with this Bitcoin thing, from there, so my disappointment, my heart sink. Come and say, yo, this guy is probably a scammer. You know, and it's just weird how I never call him either. You know, then after a while, when I see this guy start trying to talk good and, he told me to give him my phone. Him and I is on a WhatsApp. Is on WhatsApp. He probably hacking my phone, but I don't know how. I don't really even care about this thing. I just altogether I don't want continue anymore. He just stole my WhatsApp number that he already had. He already had by being able to contact me. Right. So from the moment I have you on WhatsApp, you have my phone number. So he asked for my phone number because he wanted to he was basically referring to me to some kind of technological device he had created, this and that. and it's Bitcoin, right? So he created some kind of app that mines the Bitcoin for you, right? Uses all forms of strategy to mine the Bitcoin for you. So it sound good. It sound good off the bat. Not to say in a way where I thought, but I was just saying it would sound good to anybody. But he was just straightforward with it. Where I feel like people would have neglect that because them are hear about money and they probably don't want to get in too much into the technicality into it or what or not. They rather just introduce the idea and set them up, But I'm not that type of person. So I called him knowing that this guy is a fraud and he's not going to pick up, but I'm just I could have blocked him, this and that. I didn't have to say anything. I already didn't know what to say. But I don't have anything better to do, and both of us is up at 12 o'clock in the night. He's there trying to scam people, and he showed me a picture of all the other people that is his subscribers, as he claims, right? That making a whole heap of money off him. I don't know. Maybe it's true, and I just fucked up a whole big, well, what you would I say? Big something prosperous that could have been for me. Maybe I fucked up, and this guy was really Dane Calloway. I just found it weird how I always seen Dane as a direct person, right? I watch his channel. He's a direct person, so a phone call would not, you know, I think he would have preferred a phone call than texting. So that's why I found weird that this guy, that's from there, so, but I never have nothing better doing, so, you know, just to pass the time, you know, and the pain. I really don't have not doing. I was just doing this while I watching the class, while I doing my class. I can't really pay attention. I get what's going on, but it's not that I lose attention or interest. Just the pain is too much, and I don't feel like I'm going to retain the information. So to me, it don't make any sense if I got to do all this and spend, I could have spent time trying to feel better, you know, trying to feel better than, I'm not saying it's a waste of time, but I just can't handle it, and I just go and sit down, and then after a while I go and start break down into tears, and I sat down and I could have do some to make myself feel better. God, feeling like this 24/7, it's too much for me. It's too much for me. See, I even yarn, and the thing is, I incapable of sleeping. You know, I just wish. I don't know if things changing anymore. Things getting better for me. Would even change anything. That's the point. I don't know. I don't know if it would help me with how I feel. I feel like maybe I need to talk to a therapist, but I don't know. If I do talk to a therapist, hopefully they know what they're doing and they're doing it properly under the Hippocratic Oath, right? I don't know if outside, I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to begin. No, it would have been funny. Would have been funny, and it would be a humor I could respect if if I had loosed out on this big opportunity with Dane Calloway. I could have make a lot of money, but I just don't know how. What your phone number? With your phone number. If he even did ask me for my bank account or some shit like that, maybe, maybe I would have believed what you're saying to some degree. I wouldn't give him my bank account like that. I would have to talk to him first. But when he tell me to send my phone number, I saying like in my head he already has it. So he technically have it. So let me give him it to see how far this would go. 'Cause I don't know. I wouldn't mind this guy tricking me, right? Send me $100 or some shit like that for to convince me say he's legit, and then I just cut. You see me? I just earned $300 from a scammer while being broke. You see me? I just cut. I we on WhatsApp. I block and delete. It's not like I'm giving you any vital information on me. The only thing I gave him vital is what my opinion or of Dane Calloway's channel. I was telling him how great he is and this and that. You know, that's another thing. That's another thing too. Him never take compliments well. So I know. So this is not Dane Calloway. He didn't acknowledge what I was saying. It's like he wasn't reading what I was saying. He just like looking for specific stuff to respond to make to entertain a conversation till he can drop in what he want to drop in. And he was doing it with all sort of style too. But I can't sit here with that bullshit. Corruption and wickedness I go through. Can see that a mile away. You know much I lived with scammers. You can't scam me. You can't scam me. You probably can trick me. But you didn't trick me or anything. I was fully cognizant. You can confuse me. You can deprive me. You couldn't, but you can't scam me. 'Cause I don't really have nothing for scam like that. They already stolen everything and scam me out of everything already. Have me a living at them house. Have me a living at the house with no food, no water, no nothing. You know, I can't get no work because they've slandered my. Out here, I don't get why defamation of character is not a thing. And it's a thing, and these people do it more out here, more worse than any American media outlet. You know, 'Cause at least them give you rule. They give you. They don't. They still have a aspect of where whoever they're demonizing or chastising, there's still qualities where they respect that this person is a human. Not out there. You better pray so people don't try propagate nothing against you. You know, 'cause it coming like always the fact that it coming like Chinese telephone. So you I thought you somebody spread fuck about you is 10 different fuckers now you have to deal with where people associated with you. You see me? One thing I don't like about this art country where I find repulsive too, like rape and it's a weird reoccurring thing. Rape is kinda accepted here. I never know that. You know, I find that kinda repulsing and sickening. You know, like I notice like these little big ups to rapists. Like, you know, you see it in our medias and, you know, music and, you know, and it's like some subliminally keep on suggested like there would be a rapist and they would big him up subliminally. Or, you know, they would make sure state their opinions on rape say is neutral. Them don't really believe in you know, only time you see them bono panty rape or as they call them is when they want cater to woman's fancy or like, you know, make them feel like, you know, well, I don't think I should go down there. I want to focus on myself, you know, 'cause I really know, I really, all my life I don't really focus on myself. 'Cause I feel like people have taken me away from me. I don't know how that possible, but you know, this is black supremacy. You see me? It don't need to make any fucking sense. It don't even need anything is possible with them people. Every day them trying to break records and they have broken it. You know how many times they have broken me? 120. And me is just 25. You don't even want to know how much time them people here crucify me. You know? You know? You don't even want to hear. 'Cause even Jesus, oh, I don't even want to go that direction. You see me? 'Cause that's just unintelligible statement that have not to do with anything. Just because I want to bring up Jesus. Well, uh, you know, I still gotta talk about Jesus. You know, Jesus was there. He was happened to actually been alive and a real person. You know, but his name wasn't Jesus, but um, you know, because the world call him Jesus, him just take it on. And I'm not making up. You can go look this up. You know, um, the League of Nations. I don't know if they, you know, I don't think. You see me? This is why I have to respect white supremacy. You know, you think if this was black supremacy, I could have come out here and I tell y'all, say anything about any of these things. If this was black supremacy, it would be all hush hush. You see me? Or gun or shot between your head. You think them people here, you know, it's just them keep on. And yeah, I don't get how the world don't see how these people is not as corrupt as we try to make them seem. 'Cause it could be fucking worse. You know, you have this opportunity and freedom to make a change in your own life. And you refuse to do it and sit down and chat about people who better off. It hurt me. I find it offensive. Cause you think, sir, if I had any freedom, if I wasn't had some form of choice or option, and I felt like I had security, financial security, some kind of security in a job in generating income. You think I would be here saying nothing to you? I would be out there playing the game. I would be out there playing the game. And that's the only way it'll go work. You have to play the game. And you have to play best suited for your character or your personality or your persona. That's how you can't do things where you're physically you're not virtually incapable of doing. This is how some people end up get fucked too in the system. 'Cause them try play a character that's not suited for them. You get me? So everybody have their own niche, right? And everybody fi stick to their niche, 'cause that's where you get the most you can exploit, or you get the most advantage. Or you actually play quarterback when you is you is a runner back, right? I think the runner back can. I don't know any better. You are play point guard when you're supposed to be I don't remember. I'm supposed to know this. Um, you are played alright, football is yeah. You are play goalie. You are play goalie while you are play um no, is the sleep people, is the sleep. So I can't find a good example. But to get back to what I was saying, you can't, you have to stick in your lane and improve upon yourself. But you people, mama don't know what I'm saying to anybody. Nobody not even watching this shit. Nobody not even business. All going doing the same shit one I was doing yesterday. 'Cause I guess it can't be helped. I very conscious, and because of the emotional, uh, I am no different from anyone, no, 'cause the emotional pain and physical, emotional and mental pain. I not any different from anyone. No. So I don't want you guys feel like, oh, I'm some kind of on some shit, or either I'm a conspiracy theorist. Me not even a conspiracy. Me can't even consider as a conspiracy theorist. You know, nor am I on the shit car. Not going on for me. Me is a drifter just like the rest of them. But me is on the bottom. You might hear me talk some conscious stuff that you probably hear, or the thought might have lay there in the subconscious of your brain, like, it's just was there. You had that understanding, but you just never addressed it in your conscious self to now act accordingly to this new philosophy or new ideology or new understanding. Right. 'Cause, you never have nobody for support or, make you feel, just give you that strength or encourage you to have that sense of, you know, freedom. But all my life, I had to fight, and when I can't, it's just passive resistance or, aggressive resistance. No, passive aggressive resistance, meaning that you resist, but angrily. You're very upset with being the fact that you have to not only resist, but you find it distasteful, the treatment distasteful, you know, and you could have be doing something else or doing something better. That's basically me. I could have done something better, be doing something better. Now you're wasting my time with you cussing or whatever miscellaneous random shit, corrupt shit these people will do, you know. And the funniest thing is, most ironic thing is I dealing with them now, right? And they have total control over my life right now. So this is the point where I should be hush hush. And I really want to be hush hush. I really wanted to be hush hush, but I cannot manage emotionally and mentally, especially cannot sleep. Can't sleep, brother. This is all sorts of torture. You know, don't know. Maybe tomorrow I start another life. But feeling, if I'm not feeling alright,